Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices and the SP500 and the NASDAQ. And we had two counts on the SP500, as you know. However, this bearish count that we've had this little move up here that's moved past its 50-60% retracement level here and made a new high here. So we can rule out this particular count here. But I still don't want to rule out a whole bearish count as well. So we're going to look at the bullish count and I want to still maintain a bearish count for a little bit longer. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. But in a nutshell, we're not going to miss any upside if there's going to be any, because basically what will happen is that we'll see a move. Well, we've already seen the move here, but it will basically be a little bit like this here. And once we've got that, not so much the current high or the next high, but the following high, then we'll have a long trade set up from that point there, and we'll take that. So in a bit of a nutshell, support on 2,800 is what we will be looking at as a long trade. As a short trade, as a more of a bearish move, I still want to keep that in the fold here. So there will be another new high here in that instance. So basically going into a new high here and then down into this space here. So I still want to keep this little count here, and we're just going to have to work through it. It'll just be a little bit complicated within this area here. So we'll put wave 5 up here, we're going to put wave 4 here, and we're going to put wave 3 here. Now I know the internal structures don't count very well because we've got 3 waves here. So we'll put that just on the 4-hour chart to give you a bit of an idea here. So looking at it, intermediate wave 3 here, the A wave here, the B wave in orange all the way over here, and it would count as 1 and 2 here, but an A and a B and a C here for wave 3, A, B, C for wave 4, and in this instance here we'll be looking for wave A, wave B pulling back 50%, and then wave C here. So once again, we can look to be long if we get support on this area here. So I'm just going to keep this this bearish count in play here for a while until this resolves itself up here and we've moved up through here. So I just want to keep that level of caution here until we're really set and ready to go long at that point. So we'll have a look at the long side of the market now, which we've which I've also maintained here for quite some time. So the long setup here, long market here, bullish market rather. So well, I'll just bring it all back in. So we've been looking at the bigger picture. So intermediate wave 3 here, an A and a B and a C here for wave 4, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave 1, and then pulling back as an A wave, a B wave, and 5 waves for the C wave at wave 2, and then looking for a bullish move to the upside. And you can see here, even though well, let's go over it. So from this low here, we've got wave 1 and 2 here, and then from wave 2 all the way up to wave 3 here, we're looking for 5 waves. So we'll look at wave 1 here, wave 2 here, and all of this here is the 3rd wave here, and then a 4th wave. We'll check that out in a moment, pulling back for wave 4, and then up for wave 5 here, then a drop back for wave 4. So wave 4 will pull back to this wave 4 here, and then another move up here. So we're going to get these 3 highs in here. So it's this high that we're actually looking at for basically long trades at that stage, but we'll be able to get a better entry than that, so don't worry about that too much just yet. We just need to put that there as a reference point. And sure, we can trade this up here. If we get a nice clean count with all of this, then we can trade that up and so on. But we'll eventually end up bringing that down lower here and possibly even down here as well. For that, we just need to get clarification that we've actually got 3 waves here. So we're in for a little bit of a volatile market here across the number 8, the 2800 here in this instance, and we can go in and have a look at this particular trend here. So I've got this count here, but I'll just go to the hourly count here. So I haven't really updated that one. So I'm working on this one here, this one that we've been working on. So from the low here, we've got wave 1 in green, wave 2 here, and we're looking for wave 3 up here. Okay, so in that instance, we've got wave 1 and 2, which is nice and clear, and then in here we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave 1. In fact, that wave 1 could actually come in on this one here. Not that it's a big deal. We're still working from wave 2 here, and then we've got the push up here in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for wave 3, and then 4 and then up into 5 for the 28. So as you know, 8 is always our target area on the upside. So we're looking for this wave 4 here to pull back into the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, or the 38.2% retracement level in here. So I can move that now, and our next move is looking for a move to the upside. I don't know how far it's going to go to the upside. It's just best to count 5 waves up here, but obviously the 28 is going to be a struggle, and the 10 and the 20 is going to be a struggle. So yeah, just be a bit mindful of that. So once that's done and dusted, we'll see an A and a B and a C back again, and then another high in play here. So just on the tick chart here, just to look into this wave 4 area here, this is where we are here with that. So I don't really need to go all the way back here. Our focus is just on this. So this is top of wave 3 here. Yep. Just double checking. So wave A, wave B here, and I can see that this long move here is the wave 3 here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So we're just sort of looking down here a little bit lower. It could be even lower still. I'm not sure about this. We could have 1 and 2 in here, and then 1 and 2 in here again. So it would actually give us 3, 4, 5, even down further. So what we could do, we're working in group 2 here. So for a long trade, I can't draw on this side here, but I can draw on this side. So the market's come down to 72, so 65, 72 and 80, part of subgroup 2. So we'll see a bounce off here, which we have done. And then if we see a move that's come down through here and come down into to the 65 area here, don't worry about doing anything there. But if the market's on track and it's going to be moving up, well, then we want to see support on the number 72 here. So that's where you'll take the long trade from that point. Okay, so tested support back on here for that. So you want to see a move down, come back up, develop support here, get your signal, and then to the upside. I'm going to have a look at the NASDAQ now, but just on the positive side and just on 1 hour here. So in this case here, there's no change here. We've been on track. So for our bullish count, wave 1 and 2 here, 1 and 2 here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the third wave, same as the US markets, down for the fourth here. So down to the 72 here, and we'll see support. Then we'll see another move to the upside here as wave 3, wave 4 and wave 5 here. So that's where we are. So yeah, look, the horses already ran here. So we're going to see correction, because that's what markets are. You get your trend, then you get your correction, and then trend, correction, trend, correction. So what you see here is not what you get next. It's a very simple, obvious thing, but it takes a while for that penny to drop in. So in a nutshell here, the important level here is 73 here. So we need, normally it would be quite simple at the 73 here. So if I could just use this as an example here, the arrival which we've got here, the reaction here, normally we would just see the first wave up here, then the ABC here, and then we would look to go long on this one here or this one here and move up. But in this case we are going to get a move up, but we're going to be coming back down again. So it's a bit of a double whammy in this case, according to the Elliott Wave Count. So we just need to be a little bit mindful of that. But yeah, buying down at these levels, if you see your own signals in the way that you do it, then you know that we'll be sort of heading up in that direction. But this structure from this low here, these 1s and 2s here, haven't resolved in terms of 3, 4s and 5s over this side. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.